Hello guys, welcome back to the series of tutorials on C++. I am Deepak Kunyal and in this tutorial I am going to discuss about copy constructors. So if you remember our discussion on constructors, we have discussed only two type of constructors. One was default constructor and another was parameterized constructor. And now there is a third type of constructor also, which is called copy constructor, and this is used to initialize an object using another object of the same class. So let's understand this using an example. And its prototype is like this. So we have a class name which it should return, then const class name, and then reference of old object, right? So when we'll take example, you will understand all these things. Suppose you have a class called class point, and it has two variables, int x and y, which are coordinates of that point. And then you have a constructor which takes two variables, int x and y. You can initialize these using initializer list. Now you know what is initializer list, so there is no harm in using that. After that, we have to write copy constructor. And what is use of copy constructor? It is used to initialize an object using another object of the same class. Its prototype is point because it is class name, you can see here. Then we have to write const, then again class name, and then old object, which is p2 in our case. Clear? So what we are going to do here, we are going to assign p2.x in x of current object and p2.y in y of current object. Clear? Now close this class using braces and semicolon. After that, I am going to create a main function, and after this you will be able to understand its meaning clearly. So here I am creating an object p2 whose values are 4 and 5. So in this case, when we call this thing, it is calling a normal constructor, and you have used it throughout the course, so it should not be difficult for you to understand this thing. But after that, when we write point p1 equal to p2, in this case copy constructor will be called. Clear? So what is happening here? At this point, when you are writing equal to sign between these two, it is going to assign, or it is going to do member wise assignment from p2 to p1. So it is calling this thing and now assigning everything here. You can try to run this program and understand it. So first thing to understand here is why this user defined constructor or copy constructor is needed. So if you don't do this, it is similar to the normal constructor thing we have studied previously. If you don't write your own version, it will create a default constructor, and default constructor will do same thing for you. Clear? It works fine in most of the cases, but we need to define our own version of the copy constructor if an object has pointers or any runtime allocation of resources, right? It could be like file handling or network connection. So we need to always take care of the things when we are going to assign things dynamically or doing allocation in runtime, right? So there is one more difference here. When we are talking about default constructor that compiler defines on its own, it does shallow copy, right? So what is meaning of shallow copy? You need to understand deep copy along with it. So when we are talking about default constructor, it will do only shallow copy, and if you want to do deep copy, it is only possible with the own version of the constructor, right? Or you can say user defined constructor. So let's understand this thing using an example. Suppose you have object 1 here, and you have created a default constructor for that, or compiler has created a default constructor for that. So it is going to copy object 1 to object 2, but understand these things. These are pointers, and in this case these pointer or references are pointing to the same location. This is object 1, this is object 2, but pointers of both the variables are pointing to the same location. Clear? But in case of deep copy, suppose we have object 1 here and it is pointing to some location, maybe x and y. So after deep copy it should be O2 and it should point to some new memory location, right? So that any changes here will not be reflected here, but this is not possible here. Clear? So now let's take one more example. Suppose you have a class point and there are two objects p1 and p2. Now tell me what will happen if you write like this: point p3 equal to p1 and p2 equal to p1. Can you tell me what will happen at this place? If you go back and see here, you can understand that copy constructor will be called here, right? But if you look at this, if you are saying that copy constructor will be called here, you are wrong, because this is calling assignment operator, right? So what is the difference here? In this case, or in first case, when a new object is created from an existing object as a copy of the existing object, copy constructor will be called. But when already initialized object is assigned a new value from another existing object, then assignment operator will be called. Clear? So this is the difference between these two statements, and you have to remember these two. Clear? So there are few points that we should understand. Coming back to the prototype of this function, you can see here that we are passing this reference as constant, right? So what is the reason behind passing that reference as constant? And that is because you do not want this function to change anything in old reference, right? That's why we are making it constant. Second thing, this question is for you. Please do some research and try to answer in comments why we are passing this thing as reference and not as value. You can also pass this thing as copy by value, but we are not going to do that. We have to pass this thing as a reference always. If you pass it as value, there will be some serious problems with this code. Okay, so just try to research and write your answer in the comment why this is needed. Clear? One more concept that you should understand: can we make this constructor or this copy constructor as private? Think about this in 5 seconds and try to match your answer with mine now. So when we make a copy constructor private, object of that class become non-copyable, means this object cannot be copied now. Clear? So generally we will not make it private, but if it is private, this object cannot be copied, right? So let's try to implement all these things and see everything in action. Create a class point here which has some private variables int x and y. After that we have some public members, and those public members are constructor of the class, which is int x int y, and then we can use initializer list to assign variables here. And now another is copy constructor. Its syntax is const, then class name ampersand and old object, which is p2 in our case, and then we are going to write x equal to p2 dot x and y equal to p2 dot y. Clear? Write our driver function, which is main. Then we are first going to create an object p2, which is maybe 3 4, right? So now create another object p1 and assign p2 here, and in this case copy constructor will be called, and here a normal default constructor. create one function that can print the point values, and this is how we are going to print these values. Call the print point function here. Similarly do it for p1. So p1 is this. Try doing one thing, just write semicolon at the end and then call p2 dot print point. This could not work here, and now this thing. Clear? So now go to the terminal and see the output, and here the program is compiled successfully. You can see p2 x is 3, y is 4, and similarly p1 is x equal to 3 and y equal to 4. Clear? So now you have seen how can we use copy constructor to initialize one object using another object of the same class. And I think it is enough for this class. If you have any doubt or query regarding any of these things, you can write in the comment and I will try to respond back. So see you in the next video with some new concept. Till then, thank you so much.